Ideal client. Do you need more than one? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live, filmed and sent out live every day from Grants Pass, Oregon, here in the brianjpombo.com headquarters. And today we're talking back again about customer centricity that we talked about yesterday. We were discussing how if you really want to focus and find the best people and be able to really last long with your customers, you got to be customer centric. You have to think of them first. You have to consider where they're coming from, especially your ideal customers, your ideal clients, however you refer to them, the people that pay you the money. In the end, who are they? And sometimes when sitting down with new clients, we'll start talking about the ideal customer, and they'll get bogged down because they think that you only need one type of ideal customer. And most businesses, if you've been around for a while, if you've been able to keep things going as a business, you may just have more than one ideal customer. You may have an ideal customer profile of one type, and then you'll have another type and possibly another type, especially if you offer more than one type of product or service. Some of them may play towards certain audiences versus others. And that's okay to have more than one ideal audience, but the best thing to do, if at all possible, is to take your marketing and advertising and focus them on one market at a time. That way you can control some of it when it comes to advertising, especially if you're doing online advertising. You can target it directly to them. You can have it show only to them. And, you'll save money and be able to see the effectiveness of that ad. That's the whole, one of the huge portions, the huge ideas behind direct response advertising, is being able to really focus in on an ideal market, on an ideal group of people, and then see whether your ad actually had an effect or not, or any form of marketing that you're using. So I was having this the reason why this came up is I was having a conversation with a couple of partners that I have, and we were putting together a new presentation that's going to be going out there, and we noticed that we have more than one audience that we're going to be speaking to. And most of the time I would say, hey, focus on just one if you can. But in this specific situation, there's no way to get around it. You're going to be talking to multiple different types of people all at the same time. So how do we incorporate all those pieces in without having it hurt one or the other? And one way of doing that, this is a specific little tip, that if you are trying to reach an ideal audience on a regular basis, and this was something that my partner brought up, he said even if you just have dog whistle concepts within this presentation, and the whole point is that if one audience knows what you're talking about and the other audience doesn't, as long as you don't overly focus on it, it doesn't matter. You just want to say it in a way that hits that audience the way it needs to, and then you can continue going on and reaching the other audience. This is just one example of how you would go about doing that. It is if you're handling two audiences at a time, you can speak differently without causing any type of friction in that process. I hope that makes sense to you. One way or the other, it's good to at least know who your main ideal client is, who your main audience is, and then from there knowing what all the sub audiences are, and being sure you know who you're talking to at any given time with any form of communication, whether it be marketing, advertising, sales, or whether it be direct communication with your customers. Always keep in mind who you're talking to and what they're wanting and what they're thinking, and trying to enter that conversation already going on in your customer's mind, like we talked about before. If you'd like to discuss some of these concepts in terms of how it directly affects you and your business, and you are, I suggest going to brianjpombo.com and taking a look at some of the offerings there. And also, if you are in the self-reliance field, meaning you have products and services that help people to become more self-reliant, I'm going to suggest that you go to dreambizchat.com. At dreambizchat.com, you have the opportunity to sign up for a free one-on-one with me, and that is at dreambizchat.com. The link is in the description. You can watch the video there. It explains a little bit what the business transformation is all about. Dream business transformation, hopefully I said that clearly. So dreambizchat.com. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If not, come back tomorrow and we'll have something else where we discuss business concepts, ideas that basically show you how to stand out in your marketplace industry in front of the people that you're trying to get your message to. So have a great night. We'll see you next time, and get out there and let the magic happen.